Okay, so let's dive in. We're looking at a book that, on the surface, well, it feels like a children's story, but it's really one of the most profound critiques of adult life I think I've ever read.
It's completely deceptive. We're talking about Antoine de Saint-Exupéry's The Little Prince.
Exactly. And our mission today is, to unpack it. It's just 27 short chapters, but we want to pull out its core message about grown-up seriousness and this idea of seeing with the heart.
Hmm.
And it hooks you immediately with the narrator's backstory, this pilot who feels totally cut off from the world of adults.
It all starts with that childhood
A
drawing.
drawing
Oh.
of the boa constrictor swallowing an elephant.
Yeah, and to him, as a kid, it was this huge dramatic event. But all the grown-ups,
I just saw a hat.
they saw the hat. And what's worse, they told him to stop, to focus on, sensible things, geography, math. And that moment, it's sort of the original sin of adulthood in the book.
It is. It just cements this lifelong frustration in him. He feels like he has nobody he can really talk to.
Which is why the setting is so perfect. He's completely isolated. His plane has crashed in the middle of the Sahara Desert.
Right. He's alone. He's running out of water. I mean, this is a real life or death situation.
And then, just out of nowhere, this little golden-haired kid appears, and he completely ignores the crisis.
Yeah. Are you okay? Or can I help?
Nope. He just makes this bizarre demand
Please draw me a sheep.
in the middle of the desert, and the pilot, this pragmatic guy trying to fix an engine, is suddenly forced back into being that 6-year-old artist.
And he ends up drawing a box. An invisible sheep. And the little prince is finally happy. It just flips everything on its head from the very beginning.
Mm-hmm. And then we learn where he's from.
Asteroid B612.
Yeah.
Barely bigger than a house.
And the detail about how it was discovered is it's brilliant satire. A Turkish astronomer finds it, but no one believes him.
Because of how he was dressed.
Exactly. He's in traditional Turkish clothing, so the International Astronomical Congress just dismisses him. Years later, he comes back in a modern European suit.
And suddenly, they all believe him. It's so savage. I mean, they don't care about the star. They care about the tailor.
It's all about appearances. But the prince himself, he has these very real responsibilities on his little planet. He has to clean out his 3 volcanoes.
Even the extinct one?
Even the extinct one, you never know. But the real threat isn't the volcanoes, it's botanical.
The baobab trees. And these aren't just weeds. They're an existential threat.
It's such a powerful metaphor. He says you have to get them when they're small, or the roots will just split the planet apart.
It's a chilling warning about, ignoring small problems, whether it's in a relationship or globally. They grow. They take over.
And that sense of responsibility is what leads to his first real emotional crisis. He gets terrified that the sheep he asked for...
He's going to eat his flower.
Right. And he has this outburst at the narrator. Grown-ups never take anything seriously. He's genuinely heartbroken.
Because he's worried that the rose's thorns, her only defense, are pointless if the sheep eats her anyway. It's about the futility of trying to protect something you love.
Which brings us to the rose herself. Oh, that rose.
So beautiful and so difficult. She's vain, she's manipulative, she's constantly complaining.
He does everything for her. The screen, the glass globe at night.
And she just makes him miserable, so he leaves. Even though, right at the very end, she admits she loves him.
It's his first lesson in loss, I think, and in flawed affection. He doesn't understand it, so he goes looking for answers.
And this kicks off his tour of the nearby asteroids.
Which is really where Saint-Exupéry starts his systematic teardown of adult society. It's a series of aha moments about why grown-ups are so ridiculous.
Okay, so first up, the king, chapter 10. This guy is on a tiny planet, all alone, claiming he rules everything.
The illusion of absolute control. He commands the sun to set.
But only when it's already about to set.
Exactly. His power is meaningless. It's a perfect mockery of authority that has no real influence.
Then he gets to the vain man. This one feels uncomfortably modern.
Terrifyingly so. He just wants admiration. That's it. He just wants the prince to clap so he can tip his hat.
It's vanity for its own sake. It's like a critique of social media culture decades before it existed, just needing that constant empty validation.
And after him, the drunkard, which is just, it's tragic.
A perfect vicious cycle.
He drinks to forget he's ashamed of drinking. It's this devastatingly simple loop of self-destruction.
Next is the businessman. And for me, this is one of those powerful critiques in the whole book. He's just counting stars.
Frantically counting. And he claims he owns them. Why? Because he thought of it first.
Right. And the prince's logic is so simple and sharp. He asks what good that does the stars. The businessman has no answer. The prince says, I own my flower and I water her. I own my volcanoes and I clean them. I am useful to what I own.
But the businessman is useful to no one. It's pure accumulation for its own sake, disconnected from any kind of stewardship or care. It's prophetic.
Then we meet the lamplighter, and he's different.
He's the only one the prince sort of respects.
Even though his job is completely absurd, he lights and extinguishes his lamp every single minute because his planet spins so fast.
He's exhausted, but he's following orders. And I think the prince respects him because, unlike all the others, he's thinking about something besides himself.
It's a sense of duty, even if the duty itself has lost all meaning.
Exactly. He hasn't been swallowed by self-interest. And then finally the last one, the geographer.
The intellectual who refuses to experience anything, he writes these enormous books.
But he never leaves his desk. He relies on explorers. And then, the crucial part, he won't record the prince's rose.
Because she is ephemeral, she won't last forever.
So he dismisses her. He dismisses life itself in favor of permanent, sterile facts.
What a lineup. And it forces you to ask yourself, which one of these are you? Are you the king, obsessed with status, the businessman counting assets? It's a tough look in the mirror.
It is. So after all that, he finally arrives on Earth. And despite there being billions of grown-ups, he lands in the desert completely alone.
Where he meets the snake, who offers him a way home, a deadly one.
And warns him that humans are the real danger. But before he can figure that out, he has this moment of crisis. The rose garden.
Oh, the devastation. He thought his rose was totally unique in the entire universe.
And then he stumbles upon a garden with 5,000 of them. Just like his, he realizes she's ordinary, and he just breaks down and cries.
It's the moment he has to learn humility. His love was based on this idea of exclusivity, and now that's shattered.
And that's what prepares him for the most important meeting in the book.
The fox.
The fox, who asks to be tamed, and he explains what that means. It's about building a bond, creating ties.
It's the time you waste on your rose that makes your rose so important.
No, exactly. The investment of time and care is what creates uniqueness. And then he delivers the line, the central quote of the entire book.
What is essential is invisible to the eye.
It's seen with the heart. And that just clicks everything into place for the prince. He understands his rose. She is special, not because there are no others like her, but because she's his rose.
The one he tamed.
And he gets a couple more quick lessons before he leaves. The railway switchman.
Who watches the grown-ups rushing around in trains, never satisfied, never knowing what they're looking for.
Only the children are pressing their faces against the glass, actually enjoying the journey.
And then, the pill salesman. Selling pills to quench thirst, to save 53 minutes a week.
And the prince's response is just perfect. He'd use that time to walk slowly towards a spring of fresh water. It's this incredible takedown of meaningless efficiency.
So, the narrator finally fixes his plane. They find water. But the prince knows it's time to go back.
The farewell is so poignant. He tells the pilot his body is just a shell, too heavy to take with him.
But he gives him a gift.
The best gift. He says that whenever the pilot looks at the stars, he won't just see silent objects anymore. He'll hear the prince's laughter. The bond they formed has literally changed the narrator's perception of the universe.
So if you synthesize it all, the book is really about connection, isn't it? About friendship, that process of taming.
And about keeping that inner child alive, that way of seeing what's truly essential, not just what's on the surface. It's a meditation on meaning and loneliness.
Some people even read it as a bigger allegory, right?
Yeah.
About love and death, with the prince as this pure soul just returning home.
But the book doesn't give you a neat, happy ending. 6 years later, the narrator is still sad. He's still worried.
Did the sheep eat the rose?
We never know for sure. And that uncertainty, that lingering hope and worry is what keeps the story alive in us.
So we've gone from the boa constrictor hat through the baobabs, past all those absurd grown-ups on their planets, and we've landed on the fox's central lesson.
What is essential is invisible to the eye.
Yeah.
So, given the book's critique of the businessman and the pill salesman, I guess the final question for you is, what essential part of your life, that bond, that moment of joy, what are you sacrificing right now for the sake of speed or for just, meaninglessly counting your stars?